Yeah, we're starting.
But you haven't started. You have something to say or something to do.
Hello and welcome once again to another episode of the ETalk Radio Podcast.
Come here and start.
Welcome once again to another episode of the ETalk Radio Podcast. I am your host, Shimana Balam. ETalk is brought to you by PDA. ETalk is brought to you by iSpace Foundation with support from PDA, British Council, and Indigo Trust.
See, sorry, don't look anywhere here. Your concentration has to be here and here. Right? Because if you look there, it tells the audience there's somebody there. So don't look. Please, if you have anything to tell,
Welcome once again to another episode of the ETalk Radio Podcast. ETalk is an initiative aimed at empowering communities and indigenous people through citizen participation in holding state agencies and empowering bodies accountable for their policy actions and mandates. The program aims to bridge the gap between promises and implementations, creating the right ecosystem for people's participation in the decision-making process on issues that affect them and giving them marginalized a seat at the table. I am your host, Chimama Mbalam, and today we have a very special guest who I would allow her to introduce herself.
So I'm Hannah Waji. I'm the Executive Director of the Special Mothers Project. It's an advocacy and awareness creation program on cerebral palsy, meant to give children with cerebral palsy advice and to enhance the lives of families raising children with cerebral palsy.
Thank you very much for honoring our invitation today. And I must say it's a great work you're doing. So today we're going to talk about how active the inclusive education policy has been after it was launched, I think about 2 years ago. We had a previous discussion last week, and it's good to have you to continue with the discussion. So I'd just like to ask straight ahead, how active is the inclusive policy in Ghana?
Okay, so there's an inclusive education policy, but from where I'm coming from, I don't think it is working. I don't think that Ghana is implementing the inclusive education policy enough. And I've looked at the policy over and over again, and it seeks to talk about maybe children who were street children, getting them into schools. But from where I'm sitting, I'm looking at getting children with special needs, and I'm talking about disability, getting these children in schools. When we conduct a survey, you will realize that about 90% of children with disabilities are not in school. People will say that we don't have the facilities. People will say that we don't know about it. There's very little awareness in terms of having a child with disability in school. So if you ask me from where I'm coming from, we are not totally inclusive in terms of the policy.
You've been in this area for quite some time. Can you share your experience before the policy was launched and after the policy?
So I got wind of the policy some years back when it was still not passed. I was actually one of those who advocated for the policy to be passed. But then I realized that on the ground, we were talking inclusiveness, but nothing was happening. Why am I saying this? I lead a group of parents with children who have cerebral palsy. In my group, which is about 70 parents, maybe only 15 or 20 have their children in school. And even for those who have their children in school, they are paying extra. They are requested to bring a caregiver along with their children and all those things. So if you don't have money, your child with disability cannot be in school. And these are parents who have to stop working one way or the other to take care of their children. So how do they get money to pay the extra? How do they get money to look for a caregiver and all those things? So that is why I'm saying that inclusiveness is not working in Ghana.
That was before the policy was launched.
No, even after the policy, yes.
So there hasn't really been any change
nothing has changed
for the past 2 years.
No.
Oh, interesting. You did mention that about 15 to 20% of the parents have their children in school. What kind of school do these children attend?
So most of the time, it is special needs school. Usually, a mainstream school will say that, oh, we can't accept a child like this here, or we don't have facilities for a child like this. And people will usually point you to a special school. But with cerebral palsy, it's different. When you put children with cerebral palsy together with children who have autism or Down syndrome, you only damage them. Cerebral palsy is a neurological condition that affects movement of the child, but most of the time it does not affect the child's cognition. And so the child is able to understand abstract things, the child is able to learn. If you put such a child among children whose cognition are not working and so behave in a certain way, you only push the child to model the behavior that you want them to move from. And so with children who have cerebral palsy, they are supposed to be in mainstream school. The support you need for them, however, is to get someone who can probably change their diapers and feed them because of the movement problems they have. And for me, this does not require any hardcore technical expertise. Mothers are doing it already. No mother gets an announcement that, oh, the child I'm going to give you is going to be a special need, so I'm training you on how to feed your child or how to change diaper. It's something we all do. It's just that with a child who has cerebral palsy, you do it for longer. When my 3-year-old son is toilet trained, can feed himself, talks, and is fairly independent. However, my 4-year-old child is not that independent because she has cerebral palsy. So with her, I need to feed her, I need to change diaper, I need to be able to know that the way she's making this noise, she probably needs water or those kind of things. These are things that I, as a parent, can pass on to any teacher in any school to be able to handle the child from their school working hours so that I can go to work. But unfortunately, we don't have that. You take them to school and they are stigmatized, they are shunned, they are excluded because they are not able to do what their colleagues are doing.
Is it because it's too much work for the teachers or they've not been trained to do that?
I think it's a lack of understanding. I don't know what we will call too much work. So let's imagine that if that teacher was a parent of a child with cerebral palsy, will she say that it is too much work and so I will not do it? That is not to be. It's just that they haven't understood that condition, and we are very quick in saying that, oh, a child who is not working, what can she do in life? So we just push them off. But I have come to understand that no child is useless, no child should be left behind. It should be a level playing ground or field for all children to be able to get to their potentials that they need to be.
Let me come back a little bit. How is the whole experience like for parents? Taking your child to school and they not getting the attention they want, and you having to do the things by yourself. How is it like for the parents?
It's very frustrating. It's very depressing. Every parent gives birth with hopes that your child will grow and be this or that in life. So one of the prerequisites for getting your child to be somebody is to have the child be part of the system or part of the society. So if you give birth and because your child has a disability, your child is not accepted in society, it kind of depresses you, it frustrates you. And this may look primitive, but many parents are forced to kind of pray for their children to die or kill them. Yeah. So as a society, what are we doing? I think I keep telling people that we are better off if we put bold laws on our walls and say if you have a child with disability, kill. It's better than let's being hypocritical about it than we care for children like this when we do not care. And we let the children, the parent handle them by themselves just because they have a disability.
What do we sorry. Sorry.
I made you emotional.
What do we need in these mainstream schools that sorry. What do we need in this mainstream educational system that we don't currently have?
Okay, so we've talked with some of the teachers in the schools, and they say that usually in a typical classroom, there's one teacher and an assistant. So if you have like 3 children with cerebral palsy, it looks too much for them. But what we are telling government is that there are mothers ready to work in the schools as caregiver assistants. And so the mothers will be there to support in terms of changing diapers and feeding the children. So it's not as if the teacher will do all these things. There are schools doing it in Ghana. There's a school called Multi-Case Academy that accepts children of all disabilities. And they are doing it. They show love to all the children, irrespective of the kind of disabilities they have. And I'm talking with other schools. Just yesterday, I had a deal with a school called Fluent International. She wants me to go into the school and look at the school and recommend what they need so that children with cerebral palsy can go into the school. Many people say, why don't I start a school or something? And I say, no, I can't. One person cannot do that. We need a national kind of agenda where all schools are doing this. The Social Welfare Department, for instance, is a department responsible for licensing crèche or daycare center. And the disability law stipulates that no child should be rejected. So there's something. It can be as simple as social welfare attaching that clause to any school that anybody that decides to start a daycare center. And you need to have 2 children with cerebral palsy or 2 children with disabilities in your school. When we have that kind of policies implemented, we won't have this problem of parents handling it or struggling to handle it themselves.
But in terms of the infrastructure, how the buildings are molded and the classroom arrangements, how does that also come in?
Okay, so usually we don't have ramps where you can use wheelchairs or all those things. But even before that, many of the parents don't have the devices that you need to carry this child around. So for instance, if I'm going out with I have 3 children. If I'm going out with all of them, I definitely need someone because I need to carry my girl and I need someone to carry my baby so that we go. But it's one of the things we are looking at. My organization is currently talking to an organization in the UK called PhysioNet, and they are ready to ship some of these second-hand wheelchair buggies so that we give to the mothers to help them in moving around. The way our infrastructure is, even if you have a wheelchair and you get to the classroom, you need to carry your child into the classroom. We will do it whilst we talk about the infrastructure so that government improves infrastructure at that level.
But for 2 good years, none of these things has happened.
No.
Just on the basis, we've talked about infrastructure and the children as well. On the basis of curriculum, how does that also, has that been worked on?
Okay, so as I said, children with cerebral palsy have their cognition intact. It's just that they are not able to move. So, for instance, a child with CP may not be able to hold the pen and write. Now, the question I ask always is, why do we judge children's intelligence on, for instance, writing? Every child has capabilities and potentials that when we take our time to look at, we will see. So one very good example I always point to is Farida Bidri. This lady went to JSS. She didn't even go to secondary school. She realized that her passion was in IT. And now the rest is history. We know what she's been doing with IT. There may be a child with cerebral palsy who many of them are talking but are not moving. You only need, maybe the person, one child with cerebral palsy can become the next big break singer in the world. All the person needs is a microphone to the mouth. We know the Pastor Nick without hands and arms, and now he's an international speaker. Do we judge people's intelligence based on curriculum, on the fact that they cannot do maths and English? Is that how we want to rate people as a country? Do we want to continue grading children that way? If we do that, many will be left aside or behind, because we are very quick to say that, oh, because he's not writing well, then the child is stupid. In our language, oh, wabon. But maybe the child has a potential, something that a country that has not even found. So in terms of curriculum, I say inclusion first. Let's just get these children together. Let them learn social interaction. Let them learn how to deal with people. And the rest will follow.
How is your, let me just come to you. How is your day like as a parent and also as an advocate?
Okay. My day is very busy. I remember one of the mothers remarking one time that Hannah needs 48 hours in a day and not 24 hours. But thanks to IT, you can be around and you can be doing things on your phone. So I do a lot of work online. I do make a lot of contacts online. Usually my mornings are the most hectic because you have to bath 3 children. Feeding my girl alone takes an hour, even for a cup of tea. But once they are off to school, I do a lot of the writing in the house. Every time I'm carrying my laptop or my phone, and I'm able to make a lot of connections and talk, do a lot of Facebook posts. I only move when I have to do physical media interviews and other things. But most of the things I do via the internet, doing articles and getting them published.
If you just joined us, we're talking about how active and inclusive education policy in Ghana is, and we have a very special guest. He's a mother of a child with a special need and also an advocate for people with special needs, Hannah. Can we achieve this within the 5 years time frame that has been stipulated?
Okay, so we have already done 2 years and nothing has happened. But the more reason we are talking now is that at least something should start. I say that usually when we draft policies in the country, we don't get people involved to make their point. So some people calling themselves experts sit down and draft policies for. So that is why our policies are not working. When you get people who are in the situation and you decouple their minds, you'll be able to draft a policy that is close to achievable. But usually we have people who say that I've done a PhD in child development or something and don't have the experience of being a parent with a out like that, and they draft policies for you. That doesn't work. That always doesn't work. I'm not saying that those people's knowledge are not good, but they need the practical ones to shape the policy. But I believe that there is hope. I believe that the fact that we are talking about it now, something can change for the better. I believe that all is not lost. I believe that children with cerebral palsy will have an enhanced life as time goes on.
Have you thought of what the problem really is, or what the reason why we haven't done anything in the past 2 years is?
So for me,
interactions with the bodies involved.
So for me, the whole thing is a lack of understanding and a lack of awareness. You know, someone can go to the training college and go on to say that I want to be a special educator, but does not really have an experience, or they learn those things theory. So they learn that even the doctors in Ghana, cerebral palsy looks abstract. So they are not in touch with the reality. I worked as a journalist for a long time. I still write, and I knew Farida way before I got married, because I used to report for an organization called Share Care Ghana, and a group of people with autoimmune diseases. So I knew Farida, but had never sat to think about cerebral palsy the way I think about it now. I had met Farida making speeches, and I'll go and write a speech. Oh, there's a lady with cerebral palsy who said that, but I couldn't relate to it till I had a daughter with cerebral palsy, and I read, oh, okay, so this is what she meant, So that is where I come to. People's knowledge are abstract, and it's easy. It's the better for us is for us to open up our minds about cerebral palsy and accept the children and learn more about them. Then we can have policies that are suitable for the children and their families.
If you want anything, or what do you think should be done with this whole policy? If there should be anything that has to change about this whole policy, what do you think that thing should be, or that those things should be?
Okay, so as an advocate and activist, I think that the major step is to reorient people. So, for instance, teachers who are dealing with these children should be reoriented to know that, it's not the way I looked at it. Because many people still look at those children as kids. If a teacher is pregnant and has such a child in their class, they are very afraid to get near them because they think that they might end up giving birth to children like that. So, as our mentality about such children needs to be changed. That is the first step. Once we are able to change and accept them, the rest will follow.
Yeah. I think. Thank you for joining us. This has been the ETalk Radio podcast. You can get in touch with us on social media, E_Talk Radio on Twitter, and ETalk Radio on Facebook. Thank you for joining us.